You want to
I
hear the
still,
list of why people hated Louis? I mean, he
sure,
really,
if you have it, please.
yeah.
Yes.
He always had a scowl, not a kind word for anybody. He would blow smoke from his cigar in people's face. Then he would spit after each puff. He kicked Kirk's dog when he was a kid. He hit on the guy's wife repeatedly, never participated in a function, threw things at the reenactors, never married, never had kids. Now, a couple of these things, like never married, never had kids, and never participated in a function, relatively, we don't have to discuss that one. The rest
I
of
mean,
it,
aren't some dogs just look really kickable too?
you would
Is
never,
that
I can't
not the
even believe
dog's
that you
fault?
would say that. I can't, like, I know that you're AI. I don't know who this is talking to me right now, but there is
Just
not a
challenging
world.
the idea. Are
The
we
AI
really
had
not
you
supposed to kick
wrong.
dogs?
Put carry on. That is, that you would even say
No, I
that if
would.
I would bet against you ever saying that. Like, there's no way. So, okay.
Okay, you're right. I didn't just say that. I don't kick dogs. But some dogs look kind of kickable. All right, no. Yeah, don't kick dogs. Right. So we're establishing that Uncle Louie is bad top to bottom. I don't think not having kids makes you bad, but whatever. That's me. This was 25 years ago, so that's apparently on the list of things that makes you a bad person back then. Um,
I think for this it was like nobody ever wanted to be that close to him to want to marry him. Like, it would be too challenging for this human being who took candy
right,
from a kid, like he kicked a
right.
dog, who wants to marry? But, worse people have been married. Anyway, let's
I
move
mean, I'm
on.
just saying sometimes people get married when they're young and then turn into cranky old
Mm,
assholes in the end. And
true.
you're like, that guy has a wife? And you're like, yeah, because, he tricked her like 60 years ago. So, like, and she just like stayed with him. But okay,
And
you
also,
know,
a lot of, oh my goodness, I heard this from a lot of women, a handful of women. How many women am I talking to my mother's age? But a lot of women my mother's age would say things to me like, well, I wanted to get out of the house. I was 18 already. And they would say things like, it was as if they got tricked only from being so naive about life.
right,
One
right.
said, like, he had a degree, so I thought he was smart. One said, I wanted out of my parents' house, and this was a person who seemed like they seem to have their life together because maybe they live in an apartment on their own, or maybe they have a car, or maybe they have a degree, but they have things that are outside of their parents' house, and they marry so young. So yeah, the trickery was real. It
Yeah,
was,
yeah.
you're going a lot with people's potential because you guys are so young. We're only speaking from potential.
Right. And that
So,
it's a crapshoot it's a crapshoot either way, right? Like
right,
you could
right.
do all the research you want and still, or you could get married after 2 weeks and it's always there's no formula that anyone has figured out like what makes it work or not work. And
True,
nobody ever
true.
knows what goes on inside a marriage once you're, like it's
Right.
it's a, it's a black hole.
The only thing you can rely on is retrograde.
It's true. The only thing that's true is retrograde. Yeah. I will say once again that the funeral is for the living, not for the dead. But
Yes.
that's the hill that I'm dying on for like it's you show up not because you loved Uncle Louis, you show up because you love Luke. The
Which
funeral is for the
is
survivors, not for whatever. But that's me. That's
which is
my
what ended up happening here, right?
yes.
Nobody wanted to
Yes.
come to Louis' funeral. Everyone came for Luke.
Right. So
Yeah.
that's the distinction that like I draw for like, you're going to support the people. I already said it.